but we're going to watch the game anyway here. Game 2, picks and bans, whatever. Can't make it into the SPL, and we have Cyclone in their first match as an SPL team. Although not on the SPL stage, but still exciting stuff for them. Picks and bans probably going to get a little bit crazy here, in all honesty.
Yeah, Cyclone GG, honestly, there's a lot of free mobility for both these teams to just kind of have fun with it now. You know, Cyclone GG are celebrating and whatever are hopefully not too down and out about themselves. They're still going to be able to compete for a spot later on.
Full credit to whatever also. This team was not even supposed to be in relegations. It was actually the Fantastic roster was the final team in the relegations, but they ended up all rotating over and taking Fnatic's spot after they dropped their team as team captaincy went to Jiffy. So we brought in these 4 players from the Challenger Cup squad, and whatever actually just managed to be that last team to be able to fill it out. And to make it this far, to even win the Challenger Cup finals was absurd, and to make it this far, and honestly, they put on a pretty good showing.
They definitely came a long way. You know, they started from the bottom.
Now, well, they're not here. You baited me into that one. I was ready. I was like, now they're, oh wait, no, they're not here. But game 2 here, Cyclone, they're going to ban the Freya themselves, also take out Raijin, Fafnir, taken away by whatever. And this game has no bearing on the next set. It has no bearing on the other 2 teams, so we might just see a kill fest.
Yeah, we could see hopefully another 100+ kill game compared to, what was it, the Eager Store game?
108, 109. Me and
Something
him bet
like
$5
I think it was 109 kills.
And I won.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet you it doesn't go past 110. And it was 109. And I was so thankful that it ended because it was close.
Was that the highest kill game we've ever had?
Oh, it's competitively? And like an SCL or an SPL, probably. I don't think there's anything even close to that. Unless the 77-minute Luminosity versus Enemy game had that many, but I don't think it was. I think it was like more like 70 or 80 kills. I'd have to go back and watch.
So Cyclone GG with first pick. Gonna like to take the Susano, pretty safe and standard. You can't really go wrong. You can also flex this in the solo position. You don't necessarily have to put it into the jungle, although that's where he does shine the most.
Whatever here, looking to respond. They could look to take away the Bacchus from HalfDevil. We've seen a lot of teams like to pick up that Bacchus very early. Instead, though, they're going to go the Neith. So a little bit of flex for them once again, whether it goes to NBK or Wlfy.
And that's a lot of flex that you're taking away from Cyclone, like you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Having Wlfy potentially on the Neith is not something you really want to deal with, especially with NBK playing a mage in that dual lane. So taking that option away from Cyclone.
And it is going to be a Thor. We haven't actually seen Thor, which is surprising.
The first Thor we're going to see today. And I was really surprised because Thor has been a staple in the Smite competitive scene for the longest time.
But here's the thing about Thor is that he does go up and down, right? He'll be played all the time, and then all of a sudden he'll die off. And it really seems to be like the premier Thor players are the only ones that bring it back, like the Anhur, the Adapting, the Gars, right? He'll not be played, then suddenly these guys are just playing him every game. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, Thor.
Like, yeah, we forgot about this god.
We forgot. I mean, I've been playing Susano and Ratatoskr all day, and Nemesis, too.
I mean, you know, some people just kind of forget. It's like the flavor of the month. You know, with fashion comes the season, similar to Smite Gods every now and then.
Yeah,
and Thor's not in season right now, you know? He's coming back, you know? Now it's the season of Thor.
Once SPL
starts
fall
up, season,
we're going to be back in season for sure. And it is going to be the Bacchus over to Callus this time, and Anhur on VoteNBK.
That's a pretty good initiation from Bacchus with an Anhur. Normally we see the kind of, you know, the burp stun, belly flop, and during that duration of the CC, Anhur will just throw out his Desert Fury, you know, bursting people down. You can even kill a support in that duration.
And it's going to be a soul as well, picked up from whatever. So a little bit of flex still between HalfDevil, or excuse me, Aiurz and JustLofes. I'm going to find out who they are eventually. Don't worry.
You know, the mid laner of whatever, he's screaming Aiurz.
I thought it's Aiurz.
My life for Aiur.
Pretty sure it's Aiurz though, totally. We'll have to ask him.
I'm making it Aiurz.
Okay.
I've dictated it. Just like Bart crowned me Natalie.
Natalie. Yeah,
or
but
Natalie,
how did
like
you
that?
feel about that? Weren't you like pretty mad? You're like, he keeps calling me a Natalie.
Yeah, he kept calling me Natalie. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's doing this on purpose.
The worst is it's like your real name. It's your gamer name and your real name. So it's like
it's a double whammy.
You're just like Natalie. Bans in though. Ares, Athena taken away, and whatever side they're actually going to lock away Vulcan and Guan Yu. So they don't want to deal with that Vulcan coming out of Wlfy.
Interesting ban of because I don't think we've seen Wlfy play Vulcan necessarily,
No,
but
not really.
double knockups is pretty annoying. If you think about it, Susano can initiate very well with a pull. You can have a meatball that would knock up, and then
Double knock? You mean like quadruple knockup?
yeah, I guess if you want Anhur to initiate too, right?
Hey man, if you're an Anhur and you're already in the SPL, sometimes you just gotta jump in and have fun.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen some crazy
There's
stuff.
the Ymir. Okay, whatever banned this away last time, and now they're gonna have to face it again in the solo lane.
Can we see a Sobek? Can we replace you with F dot if it's going to be Sobek versus Ymir in the solo lane? I want Tom here.
I don't know. He sounded like he was almost dead, to be fair. He sounded pretty dead. I want to give him
who's casting the next set?
me and Tom
Okay, so have Tom come here,
for the one game.
and then I'll cast his next set if it's going to be Sobek Ymir in the solo lane.
Ah, man. Maybe.
I'll
We'll
do
see.
it.
We'll see. Maybe F Dot's listening.
F dot.
And it's Ravana, so it's not going to be so big in the souls. So no F Dot.
Damn.
It was almost.
I was almost excited for that.
I don't know if we could do that. That's a little too troll on the broadcast. Apparently he's spamming Sobek in Twitch chat right now. Is it the S space O space B space E space K? Because that you got to get the space. You got to get the space. It's more emphasis.
Well, there's going to be no Sobekitude in the solo lane. It's only going to be the
There's still going to be
Ymir-itude.
Sobekitude in the dual lane.
Yeah, but it doesn't count unless it's in the solo lane. So now we got Ymir-itude.
Ymir-itude.
That's right.
The Anatolia-tude. The
Nah,
Anatolia-itude.
It's just the Ymir-itude.
The Anatolia-tude.
Ew, not that skin though.
You don't.
Definitely
why not
not
the
that
skin?
skin,
What's
no.
wrong? Give me the Ymir.
It's just
the
the
Ymir
it's
skin
the-
tier list.
Okay, so the elite tier is
Okay.
definitely the Obsidian Shard skin.
Okay.
That's number one.
By no one even close.
Like not even close. Nothing else compares to that. And
Okay.
then I would say right below that would be Ymir.
Okay. What about Twitch? Where's that at? Because it is unique, so it gets a little bit of a bonus.
Yeah.
But not, still not Obsidian.
I would put Twitch above this one.
Okay.
And then after the Ymir, what is this? Oh, there's just a Kakomir.
Kakomir.
Okay, I'll put Kakomir after Ymir.
Okay. Where's Twitch in that list?
After Kakomir.
Okay. And then it's this one. I don't think there's any more, right? Did we hit them all?
I think that's all of them.
What about the Kawaii Ymir skin coming out?
Is that actually happening?
Well, we'll see if chat could figure out if it is a real thing, or
Oh.
they're either going to be spoiled or they're going to be like trolled. So one of the two. They'll find out soon enough.
Imagine
possibly.
Ymir saying Kawaii Desune. Kawaii Desune.
All right, we have a game, Tully. We've gone too far. Look at this start, though. So actually starting the Emerald Talisman, Tier 2, working on that Stone of Gaia, I'm assuming. What are your thoughts on this? Up against the Robin.
Yes, that's what I was going to point out. It's against a Robin and not a Sobek. And Wlfy playing the Anhur in the mid lane just pointed that out. But again, in the solo lane position, you're trying to spam your Ice Carpet as often as possible, so I can understand why. And Robin wants to poke you out, so having that sustain is pretty solid to try to combat.
Maybe a First Blood. Did Aiurz just do a 180 juke? I'm pretty sure he just 180 juked.
Did he pull a medieval?
I mean, almost. That was a sick play, by the way, by Medieval. I'm really excited to see him play tomorrow. See if he does that kind of jank stuff again. But rotation right now, Cyclone pretty pushed up. They gain control in the solo lane, as well as Wlfy pushing out Aiurz in the mid. And here comes iceicebabyy. And I don't know if Aiurz actually has his backflip yet.
Doesn't look like it. Getting the first blood, but gonna trade his life in the process, giving an assist to Pikachu that makes the last second rotation.
That was unfortunate that he had to dive back in there. iceicebabyy not electing to level up the Siphon to get the pull for the guaranteed kill. Instead, has to chase under the tower, but still gets the first blood bounty. So a win overall, whatever has made the rotation to gain control of these mid-harpies. So, I mean, that's kind of close to a fairly even trade if they can get both mid-harpies.
Now, if there was a red pot in this game, that Susano gets first blood and gets out because he doesn't have to commit to going inside the tower.
And Deathwalker here, a little bit pressured out, but he'll be fine for the most part. And honestly, this sustain from the Emerald Talisman seems to be pretty useful right now.
Well, the problem is, I believe Tier 2 is 1480?
No, it was changed to be 1400, I want to say, so you could get 2 potions at the very least.
Like,
But he's out of potions.
Yeah, if you look at Robin versus the Ymir potion, you have 4 still on the side of Robin. Yeah, double tap is real, man.
Look at
Yeah.
what's his health? 21,
That's
and he's
Thor, man.
regenning 2, so
Thor
he's
is
probably
real.
like 15. Pressure on the left-hand side, though. HalfDevil very low. VoteNBK trying to line up the kill, looking for the body block so he can't get out. He's off the mark on the time stop, and now Callus is getting very low as well. VoteNBK on 1 health to knock up. It's not going to be enough damage. It's so close. Wlfy comes out on top. The first kill gets level 5, but Callus able to jump away. How does HalfDevil not die there?
So I was almost excited to start trolling FDOT here, be like, Sobek, not top tier, blah, 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 whatever, but MBK missing 2 time rifts there, not confirming the kill onto HalfDevil.
HalfDevil wants it. He doesn't have enough
He's not
damage.
really going to do anything here. He's just kind of like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Sobek.
I dare you to do anything to me right now. Because Callus can't hit him or else he's going to take archer damage.
Exactly.
Then he
And
puts himself in death position.
If he belly flops onto HalfDevil, that's going to be a guaranteed kill. Pikachu going up into the sky, looking for Wlfy potentially. Level 4 against a 5 Thor. Going to get double tap stunned, and that's going to be a guaranteed kill. Very, very clean.
I mean, there was actually no chance for there, but Aiurz kind of just stays around and dies to iceicebabyy. And Pikachu in a little bit of trouble here.
That's
It's going to be the dive under the tower, and there it is. Stormkata dive and successful kill by iceicebabyy. That's going to be 3-1 for him right now, and that was just kind of whatever, just doing whatever.
Yeah, and look at this. He's going to grab the speed buff in response. No numbers has to make the rotation, but unfortunately, he's going to be a little bit tunnel vision as he was pushing out Deathwalker in the soul lane.
And iceicebabyy, he's low health, so I think we're starting to see the rotation from the Robin. If I looked at the minimap right at the last second there, so we might see a kill, but game doesn't matter right now. However, a lot of fireworks going on.
Yeah.
It seems like both teams definitely want to fight, don't want to hold anything back. Thor's on the board finally.
He's back.
He's back.
Thor's back, boys.
Like the dinosaurs.
Oh,
Thor is a smite dinosaur. He's been around forever.
We don't talk about dinosaurs.
Why don't we? Because Sobek's a dinosaur?
We just don't talk about the dinosaurs.
I don't know why we don't talk about the dinosaurs, Totally. You're going to have to break this one down for me. What's wrong with dinosaurs?
Everything. Look at their arms. Like, you ever look
That's
at...
T-Rexes only, though. They got the short
All
stubby.
their arms are super weird.
Well-
Deathwalker going to try to go for the steal. Unfortunately, not going to be able to live. And with the rotation, no numbers. So caught in a really awkward position, not having his ultimate. However, iceicebabyy is a little low. And we do have a rotation from Callus as well as iceicebabyy. A little off the mark with Tectonic Rift. Aiurz along here as well. Being able to push this mid lane, denying that to Cyclone.
And yeah, I mean, really rough situation for Deathwalker. He goes into the Emerald Talisman early on, doesn't have enough potions to sustain, forced back, then has his buff trying to be stolen, and he tries to defend it, but just kind of gets caught out. And no numbers just so far ahead of him right now. Finds himself a level and a couple 100 gold, so it's going to be really rough for Deathwalker now.
Usually, when I played Ymir, I would go with the purple pot early start, but now without that option, early laning phase, Aiurz going to get knocked up, and that's going to be an easy clean kill. There's a rotation from Callus as well. Red buff going to be looked at by potentially iceicebabyy, but going to force out the Supernova.
And that was just to defend that red buff, and you could see iceicebabyy couldn't really get into there. What happened?
Thor's in the air. He's going to land down in the soul and going to try to find a kill into Deathwalker. Nice double tap. Holding onto his Berserker Barrage up until the freeze, but it looks like it was on cooldown. Going to find another clean kill yet again for Pikachu.
And, I mean, these kills are needed right now. It feels like Cyclone has control of the match, but whatever are actually the ones in the lead, not only kill-wise, but also gold-wise, have about 700 to 800. And it's really a battle of these junglers right now. iceicebabyy and Pikachu both very successful at rotating across the map and setting up kills.
Yeah, and with that death earlier on in the duel lane for NBK, that's going to allow Wlfy to sort of establish a pretty good lead, already up 1 level, about 400, 500 gold as well.
And iceicebabyy, 4-1, level 9 right now. Actually working on a Void Shield, it seems.
Void Shield's going to definitely be pretty important to try to synergize with your mid laner, having that Anhur, who's also going to have his own penetration, so you're stacking that up a little bit more. I think that's going to be
Shifter's.
Yeah, that's going to be Shifter's Shield. You're trying to survive against a Thor Neith combination.
So just that extra protections, especially once you get very low, and also a fair amount of power when you're ahead as well. And Stormkata going to do a lot of damage once that's finished off. No number's going to be back to base as Deathwalker down 0-2, trying to get back into this one. But, I mean, this is to be expected.
Yeah, and already we have whatever, forcing out the Gold Fury, World Weaver being channeled, but not really going to be executed quite yet. iceicebabyy baiting. Deathwalker in a really awkward position, but using his wall beautifully.
And a 3-man knock-up and ultimate as well coming out from Callus. And Pikachu going to be able to get out successfully, but not Aiurz. He's actually knocked up and caught inside the Ymir ult. It explodes at full damage. Here comes HalfDevil as well, pinned in between 4 people. One more hit, and it's going to go over to Wlfy, but here comes Pikachu back into the fight. He's trying to hammer away, but he gets stunned out by the Chronos, and No Numbers finally rotating to the team fight, finds a cleanup kill. Overall, 3 for 1 in favor of Cyclone.
Yeah, with this rotation from No Numbers, he could potentially find 1, maybe 2 more, but with the split up, NBK caught in a really awkward position. He does have
Wlfy.
rewind available. Wlfy,
What is Wlfy doing?
maybe the knockup will buy enough time for the rewind. Finding the last hit is Wlfy onto Wlfy, and with the rewind from NBK, he's back into the fight. No Numbers out of this team fight as well. So overall, that was an unofficial deicide.
I mean, whatever had that fight clean, it seemed, Cyclone just cleaned up everyone absolutely perfectly and now find themselves back in the lead. 1K ahead, 700 experience. No Gold Fury taken just yet, but still a lot of comfortability for them. 3 kills, I think, going over to Wlfy in that engagement. Very important considering he got off to a little bit of a rough start.
Yeah, with those 3 kills, he could be potentially looking to start winning these 1v1 trades. Oh, so close on that wall, almost preventing the charge spray. Getting stunned out is iceicebabyy, but he should be fine. He has the jet stream available. Teleport going to get denied by the slow auto attacks from Deathwalker.
Yeah, I think he actually is still trying to teleport in, but it's going to be a successfully stolen speed buff, possibly, but here, trouble for HalfDevil. He's going to fall to Wlfy as he rotates in, and now Pikachu caught in the wall, has the hammer, though, and he is over the wall successfully. The speed buff, I think, went to Callus, or did Callus steal the other speed buff? I think it went to the Bacchus there.
Well, it looks like Pikachu has his own, so Callus accidentally picked it up.
Oh, well.
That's what it is.
You're fighting. You can't blame this. You can't blame the Bacchus as he sets up another kill onto the Pikachu. Aiurz continuously knocked up by this Cyclone ult from iceicebabyy. Shell is going to be popped as Wlfy's rotation tries to find a kill. Supernova going to connect onto a couple members, but not enough to finish off Wlfy, who avoids them successfully. And Aiurz is still hanging around next to the Susano again.
He tried to follow up. Unfortunately, iceicebabyy doing a good job being patient, waiting on the side for this Neith to make the rotation. Wlfy trying to find another return kill. Callus doing a good job hugging the wall, not getting bursted down by Stellars. Going to get knocked up under the tower. HalfDevil going to get the credit with the kill, and with a rotation from NBK cleaning up Wlfy.
Absolutely beautiful play from Callus there, juking out long enough, finding the knockup, guaranteeing more damage from that tower, and letting VoteNBK finish off the kill. Cyclone right now up 13-7, and kills look very comfortable, although gold's pretty even, and there goes the GG.
Yeah, and Deathwalker was able to steal away the blue buff from No Numbers. Meanwhile, while that all happened, Wlfy just going to be able to clear out this mid wave. Could potentially look to get some tower pressure, but there is 3 people in the mid lane.
HalfDevil actually going to line him up, and he's going to be plucked back into 3. There's the jump, but that's going to be easily read. The double tap connects, and there's the stun from the Neith as well to guarantee the kill. iceicebabyy trying to answer back onto HalfDevil. No ultimate available from him, though, so he's just going to dash out. Here comes the rotation from VoteNBK, though. Time Rip actually juked out successfully by HalfDevil. Could have been trouble if he got hit by that.
Yeah, he would have been really low. Knock-up connecting, but it was beautifully done. Good overhead kick. NBK finding HalfDevil. Didn't back quite
Pikachu's
yet.
in the sky. He's actually looking to land down, and he finds all 4. The spin to win is good, but not enough damage to finish anyone off. VoteNBK gets the rewind successfully. iceicebabyy in a little bit of trouble, but he's trying to turn it around onto Pikachu, forced to purify. There's the wall. The jump a little bit over a shot. He needs his hammer, but he's going to be stunned out. One more hit. Can't get away. No Numbers in trouble as well, but a great arrow takes out Callus. And Deathwalker, along with iceicebabyy, going to find a double kill, and Cyclone still continuously winning these fights.
Overall, this has been a 3 for 1 as HalfDevil has respawned, and meanwhile, Wlfy has been split pushing in the duel lane this whole time. Finally, Wlfy making the rotation, but it's a little bit too late. That tower actually survives because of that one obelisk.
Oh no, Wlfy wants this. Needs a couple more basics. There's the Disapparate for him, but he's inside an entire wave. And he's actually going to get hit by the Supernova. Jukes out most of it, but Wlfy still fighting him 1v1, looking for the basics, but he's not on the mark. Great Sanctuary! And now Wlfy going to try and turn this, still cutting in between the minions as Wlfy trying to find the last couple hits, but he can't come out on top. Wlfy outplays him.
A little bit of a lazy back, however, as HalfDevil makes the
no,
rotation. Sanctuary's down. Wlfy's like, ah, you got me, bro.
Oh, he lived. He actually might have been able to juke out, but not going to happen.
No, and now HalfDevil is going to be a little bit out of position. Charge spray still on cooldown for 3 seconds. Going to get knocked up as well. It's going to be return kill. Overall, 2 for 1 in that duel lane. Tier 1 tower still stands strong.
That just seems to be kind of the way this match is going, right? Every engagement, Cyclone win 2 for 1, Cyclone win 3 for 2, Cyclone win 4 for 2, Cyclone win, like they're just every fight they just win, not cleanly, right? They don't deicide, they don't keep all members alive, but they're just constantly winning just by a little, and it's allowing them to put pressure on, just like this Gold Fury.
And this is going to be the first Gold Fury confirmed going in the way of Cyclone GG, extending their lead to about 4,000 gold now, at close to the 12-minute mark. But more importantly is the experience lead, almost at the 6,000 mark. Looking at the differentials currently, Wlfy 2 levels ahead of Aiurz, iceicebabyy as well.
More importantly, Cyclone and whatever right now have 28 kills in 12 minutes. That's what's more important.
You think it's coming to that pace?
Game, boys.
You think it's coming to that 100 kill pace?
I mean, it's on a 100 kill pace, right? If this goes like 30 or 40 minutes, but I don't think it'll last 30 or 40 minutes. That console game lasted like 45 minutes.
That's true.
I think Cyclone will likely win out a little bit faster than that. But Cyclone, I mean, for those of you just joining us, have already made it into the SPL, so you better get used to the names of VoteNBK, Callus, Wlfy, iceicebabyy, and Deathwalker.
That damage, though.
And then
so
that
much.
Damage.
50 stacks on the Doom Orb. Just nowhere for him to go. Accelerate was used as well. Lofes has to be careful, but NBK just going to rewind, waiting for the cooldowns. Meanwhile, we have a rotation from Susano trying to find the kill. Going to get pulled, and Storm Katana doing the kill confirmed, no problem.
And a little bit of aggression here in the mid. It seems like Wlfy going to jump away from HalfDevil's ultimate. Callus jumps in place, but HalfDevil's already bailing out at the time, and now 4 members of Cyclone, they're going to be grouped up, and it's going to be the full-on chase. Speed buff online for iceicebabyy, closing the gap there. His ultimate is online, but he only wanted the purification, and it's forced out of Wlfy.
That was really important purification. Now there's going to be a huge window to take advantage of the Neith. No numbers, getting bullied under his own tier 1 tower by Deathwalker.
And actually, VoteNBK, a little bit of trouble there. No numbers almost turned it around, but the freeze is good. Lines up the free basics for VoteNBK, who's actually forced to Sanctuary. I think he was a little bit worried about the tower. And now HalfDevil's rotated in, and he's going to rotate straight into a wall. iceicebabyy 2v1, no care in the world for him, but he's not going to look to chase the kills, instead trying to stay alive. HalfDevil going to fall, surrounded by 4, and it's going to be a tower as well.
He's just basically buying time. He's zoned out 3 members from whatever. Meanwhile, getting 2 kills in the soul lane and the tier 1 tower are 4 members from Cyclone, and extending this beyond the tier 1 into the tier 2.
Look at this Susano's build. He's gone Shifter Shield and Void Shield. It's going to be very hard to kill him if you're Pikachu, no numbers, or Aiurz.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely don't want to focus out this Susano, especially the fact that even if you do, you're going to blow up so many cooldowns. He's going to live with like 10 to 20% health, and then he has the mobility because he has no cooldowns available.
We actually haven't seen that much success with Susano so far in Relegations. This is the first time we've really seen a Susano control a match, like from the start. I think he had 4 kills in the first 6 minutes or something absurd. At the very least, he had 3 in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, this has been probably the best Susano performance today that we've seen.
And now Lofes here going to ult Wlfy. Wlfy won this 1v1 last time. And it seems like he wants to bait. You can see the rest of his team rotating in. Here's VoteNBK. Going to line up the time, stop and rift, disapparate. Not even going to be in time.
So much damage coming out of NBK. Currently level 16 compared to Lofes' 14. Coming up at the 15-minute mark right now. Aiurz in a lot of trouble. iceicebabyy is here. Doesn't have the purification available as the Neith, so you can easily go all in on this. And there's no tier 2 tower to run or retreat from either.
I mean, he's going to be chased down. Has his Aussie passive, so trying to get some lifesteal off. And there's the confirmed kill. The Wrath stun makes sure that Aiurz can't kite around anymore. And iceicebabyy finds his 10th kill of the match in only 15 minutes.
And with that, there's another rotation, more than likely going to go on to HalfDevil. As his charge spray is down, forced to use Lurking in the Water just for the CC immunity. Forced to rewind his NBK. iceicebabyy using his jet stream, poking out HalfDevil, getting frozen and ice carpeted, trying to find an escape path.
You can't kill him. And a juke as well.
But NBK's covering the option.
Poor HalfDevil, man.
Yeah, nowhere for him to go. That's
Can't get out of that one. Wlfy, though, going to find himself in a 2v1 by himself. His team seems like they're trying to rotate and aggression, the knockup, and it seems like Pikachu can't teleport to his hammer because of it. Wlfy, though, can't connect the basics. He's kiting around right now. The rotation coming in from Lofes behind, and I think that Pikachu might try and turn this now.
Good Sanctuary in this position, trying to negate some of the Stellar Burst damage. Forced to use his ultimate, but the Intoxicate and the Impale is good enough to find the kill. Pikachu takes the spill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, tier 2 tower fell during that whole process.
Look at that.
Aiurz in trouble if he connects. NBK off the mark, but
NBK,
the ultimate from the Ymir is good enough.
VoteNBK, though, in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be forced to Sanctuary. No ultimate online for him, so he's stuck staying in this fight, and it's going to go his way more than likely. There's the wall. Deathwalker,
he knows.
He has his carpet, but he doesn't use it.
No, he's just kind of waiting in the process. Now he's going to use
it. Here, though. Cyclone finds like a 3-man knockup and a double kill. HalfDevil getting chased out of his own tower. He's 5 levels behind the Susano right now, doing everything he can to try and get iceicebabyy to take damage from this Phoenix, but it's not going to be successful. And iceicebabyy, the 12th kill of this match for him, and now the Phoenix starting to get pressured. Wlfy all alone on the left-hand side. Pikachu going to be stunned out, but manages to get his purification off. And finally, HalfDevil does go down, but iceicebabyy taken out in return, 1 for 1. Definitely a kill in whatever's favor, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get out.
This is the power of the Ymir, if you can land that carpet. But either way, all 3 lanes were being pushed.
The power of the Ymir, huh?
The power of the Ymir. He just walks up to you, throws a wall, and you're like running in panic trying to hug it. You're basically like a walking hugging machine because you have to hug him in order to avoid his abilities.
No, Khepri is the hug bug.
No, well, I mean, Khepri hugs you, but you don't want to get hugged by Khepri, right? Now, Ymir, in order to avoid his abilities, you have to basically hug him because you want to try to avoid his freeze, because
there's a little delay.
Yeah. Also, the closer you are, the thinner the freeze is, so it's a lot easier to avoid.
And you saw that try and happen there, but Ymir can't get the kill. He does get a speed buff though. Speed Mir.
Speed toxic Ymir.
Speed toxic Ymir. Deathwalker though has 3 deaths. This hasn't been his best showing. He's got the breastplate online right now, though, and the Mantle of Discord, so he's going to be a lot safer. Also has a fair amount of experience over the rest of whatever. 31 to 11 in kills. Cyclone destroy the Gold Fury, and Deathwalker having a little bit of fun with it.
Meanwhile, Wlfy getting 1v pressured against Pikachu, and with that, that's going to be a surrender. So Cyclone get the sweep in this set. They have 7 points, and they're going to qualify as the first European team for the SPL fall split.
And we also have, yeah, I mean, it's very rare to kind of see all these relegated teams, but really good showing, and we all knew coming into this that all the EU teams were relatively close, but definitely Cyclone finding themselves significantly ahead of the rest of the pack there. Find 2 wins and a draw overall. 7 points to them. Congratulations, the full squad again. Deathwalker, iceicebabyy, Wlfy, Callus, VoteNBK. Get used to those names because you'll be seeing them all during the fall split. And we haven't really talked about it just yet, but they're coming to LAN as well. Every team that's in the SPL does come to LAN during our fall split. We have 4 separate group stages, which will qualify people into Super Regionals.
Yeah, and what is it going to be? The top 2 from each region qualify to the Super Regionals from that 4?
From your groups, yeah. The top 2 from the group stages. Yeah. So it's going to be exciting, and we've seen Callus on LAN, but the rest of the other 4 we haven't seen really even in the SPL outside of VoteNBK. So seeing how they work and how they mold, it's going to be exciting. I'm ready.
If the games have been anywhere similar to earlier today, then I'm definitely excited to see not only the next set, but the North American sets tomorrow.
Well, let's talk a little bit about VoteNBK. We saw kind of how powerful he was once he got a little bit of a lead. Definitely the premier hunter, I'd say, out of the 4 European squads. And his Freya, and not only the last set, but this set specifically, was so good.
He was able to just kind of chill back and farm. He wasn't being very aggressive. And on top of that, there was just a lot of vision in the duel lane against the Apollo, so he was able to spot out any rotations, instantly retreat, and wait for the right timing to come online with the Fatalis.
Yeah, you talked about that whoop, but I didn't see it at first. That was max range, catches someone, and also sets up the kill on Aiurz as well. And this was really the fight that qualified Cyclone into the SPL. They got that fight, they got a couple kills, and then here in the mid, whatever tries to re-engage, but perfect ultimate from VoteNBK, making sure he doesn't get knocked up by HalfDevil, and then just the rest of the team piling in.
Yeah, he was doing a great job countering that belly flop every time with his own ultimate. And at this phase, he was able to just clean up everybody in his path. No contention whatsoever.
Well, there's still 2 more teams in contention for the European SPL. Up next, we have Torpedo taking on Fantastic. It's going to be the same situation. Fantastic find 1 win out of the 2. They're going to be in the SPL. If it goes 2-0 Torpedo, both squads will be tied on 4 points, and they'll play a final best of 1 to determine who makes it in. We're going to go to a short break and get back with the final set of the European relegations.